Hey there, happy summer. This is Mr. Snyder, and I'm excited to pass along some details about this year's band trip to Tampa. By now, you've heard about where and when we're going, and are ready to fill out the application. What I want to show you today is what we'll be doing in more detail. Band members, I hope you choose to join me on what will be one of your favorite memories of high school. Parents, I hope you'll see that this is a rewarding and worthwhile opportunity for your kids, and are pleased with what they will be doing based on what it's going to cost. So let's take a look at the 2014-2015 band trip. So every year, we travel as a group to perform in famous places or prestigious events. Recently, we've done the Electric Light Parade in Disney, won trophies at the Heritage Music Festival in Washington, D.C., marched in the Savannah St. Patrick's Day Parade, and got to know some great clinicians at our workshop weekend in the Poconos. Once every 4 years, we go on our big trip, and this year, it's to Tampa to participate in the nationally televised Outback Bowl halftime show. So why do we go on band trips? We go on band trips to experience the educational benefits of travel, including teaching young people how to survive in a travel situation without their parents having to micromanage them, to perform in prestigious events, like some of the things you just saw in the previous pics, to promote the positive reputation of our band, our school, and our community. Our performance speaks for itself, and our successes are displayed all over the band room, but I'm equally proud of the amount of times a hotel manager or a restaurant manager has come up to me after we spent time with them, and they've told me that this group was the best student group they've ever hosted. And oh yeah, there's one more reason. So the prestigious event for this year's trip is the nationally televised Outback Bowl halftime show, in which you will be a performer. Of course, in order to do this, we have to travel to Tampa, Florida. Here's how. We are going to meet at Pencrest on the evening of the 28th and bus it overnight down to Tampa. With rest stops, it's going to be about an 18-hour trip. Wear your jammies, and we will talk about how to sleep on a bus. Millions of band kids have done it for millions of years, ever since the age of dinosaurs when I went on my first band trip. Most of the bands performing in the Outback Bowl are not from Florida, and almost none of them are flying. Taking buses cuts our cost by about a third. After getting breakfast and lunch on the road, we arrive in the afternoon on the 29th and check into our hotel. The Outback people will tell us which hotel they are putting us in soon, but all the ones I toured on my recent trip to Tampa were nice. You will room with 3 other band members that you will choose in October. That night, we go to dinner at Carmine's, a fun place that is a true taste of Tampa. On December 30th, after a hotel breakfast, we have the chance to wash off that bus face with an all-day beach day. We start by going to the MVC. That's the Manatee Viewing Center. Ever seen a manatee? Otherwise known as a sea cow. Well, they are adorable, and you will see lots of them up close. Bring your camera. The rest of the day is spent on Clearwater Beach. You're going to have a barbecue lunch on the beach. There's shopping and shelter if you're getting too much sun. And both college bands will be there for a Battle of the Bands event, which draws a lot of people. We don't know yet which bands those are, but the Division I college bands are always great. After your day on the beach, you're going to board the Calypso Queen for a sunset dinner and sightseeing cruise. There's a buffet, a DJ, so there will be dancing, and you will see the sunset from the boat. As a quick geography lesson, Tampa is on the Gulf or western side of Florida, so you will see the sunset right over the water. You can't do that in Jersey. On the morning of the 31st, we'll have breakfast in the hotel, and then head out to meet the approximately 2,000 other performers in the Outback halftime show. This will be one of 2 rehearsals for the performance. We will receive our music during the fall and memorize it. Then, we will go to Tampa and play it better than everyone else. That's not the point, of course. The point is, you will perform with other bands from around the country and get to know some new people. This picture is kind of what the rehearsal looks like. Lunch is at a place called Game Time. We get a pizza lunch and then 2 hours of unlimited gaming. It's like a Dave & Buster's, only a little smaller. That night, we gear up for the competitive Ybor City New Year's Eve parade. Us and all the other bands. Ybor City is a pretty interesting downtown, and the parade should be easy and fun. Tampa evening temperatures in December are in the 50s or 60s, so the weather is perfect for us northerners. After the parade, we head to Busch Gardens for a late dinner, fun in the park, the award ceremony, and fireworks at midnight. So, you will get to go to a New Year's Eve party, just like your non-band friends. Unlike your non-band friends, your New Year's Eve party will be in Florida. On New Year's Day, after breakfast and one more masked band rehearsal, we head to Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, for the Outback Bowl. That's me standing on the field for my recent trip. That's the big pirate ship in the end zone. They shoot off cannons when they score. Real cannons. The bowl game features a matchup between the Big Ten and the SEC, two of the top conferences in college football, and everyone gets a ticket to the game. Some bowls, like the Rose Bowl, won't give you a ticket. Last year, LSU played Iowa, and it was televised on ESPN. And the halftime show got on TV. Here's proof. So this is kind of what the halftime show will look like. They mix in all the bands so the different uniforms make a cool effect. You will be grouped in sections. We march out in blocks, play as loud as 2,000 people can play, and then march off. The rest of the game is yours to watch, as well as to get some food in the stadium. After the game, we will change on the buses and head to another favorite band trip stop of mine, Buca di Beppo. Italian food, if you couldn't guess, and a lot of it. Fill your bellies for the long bus ride home. And Sofia Vergara will be your waitress. After dinner, we spend one more overnight on the bus and arrive in media on the afternoon on January 2nd. So here's what's included in the cost of the trip. A lot packaged into 1 week, but this is your big trip. Parents can appreciate that most of the meals are already paid for and that their kids will only need to bring a minimum of cash with them. And we have a system that has worked well over the years to keep everyone safe, healthy, and successful. Those details will be presented at the trip meeting, which I'll talk about next. So here's how you get to go on the trip. First, if you commit to go on the trip, don't back out. If you have to back out, see the application for how much of your payment can be refunded depending on the time period, but you can't get the deposit back. That's not me being greedy. It's our tour company's policy. Second, there are always people who mess up the application. Take the time to read it and fill it in correctly. It's not hard, but it is important. Third, we don't know how many chaperones we can take at this time, but apply if you want to go. We will tell you as soon as possible who is selected. See the application for selection criteria. Fourth, you can pay in installments, as it's an expensive trip for our group, the most expensive one any of the current band members will do. And finally, please don't miss this meeting. We run safe and organized trips, and this is a big reason why. If you choose not to come to the meeting, you choose not to go on the trip. Even though the trip is a bargain considering all we're getting, and we've worked hard to keep the costs down, this is still a big number. No one should miss the trip because they can't afford it. So here are some ideas on how to make it possible. We will begin our fundraisers as soon as the school year starts. It should be every band member's goal to use other people's money as much as you can to pay for your band trip. Consider splitting the cost right down the middle. Parents, here is a chance to teach your kids the value of money and of work. Kids, Here's the chance to show your parents that you can do this. In your neighborhood, there is an opportunity for an entrepreneur to raise money. Be an entrepreneur. Also, consider asking relatives, instead of giving you birthday presents, to donate to your trip fund. This would show a very strong commitment level on your part. And finally, don't wait too long to get started. Time is on your side right now. Work hard early and you'll be fine in December. So that's it. Any questions, please email me. In the meantime, get that paperwork with your deposit mailed or handed in and develop your financial plan. As a member of the Penn State Blue Band, I was able to find out firsthand how exciting these college bowl games can be. I am now excited for this opportunity that you have, and I hope that you are too. See you at band camp.